do you know that there are a lot of people, as I speak right now, they are missing their interview for the DV lottery? It might be you. I am begging you, watch this video to the end. You won the DV lottery. DV 2025 is what I'm referring to. Now, Kelvin is here with me. Kelvin is an expert on the Kooturu Global team. We are bringing this new content. It's called the DV lottery statistics. We want to bring all the cases that is currently pending right now as we speak, give you more data on it, give you more statistics on it. So every single time you see me with this young man here, Kel, you good?
Yes, I'm good.
We good. He's good. Look, this guy is so intelligent. He took the number, digested the number, dissected the number. Right now, the number is in his intestine. You can say intestine. The number is in there. He's digesting it and he's about to pour it out to you. Okay. Now, it's very, very important for you to watch this video all the way to the end, especially if you won the DV lottery. And even if you did not win, it's going to be very, very important for you to subscribe to this YouTube channel, because if you know how this thing works, as we go along every single week, we are going to be bringing you statistics on the people who won, the cases, who is being refused, like the numbers that are being refused right now, the numbers that are being issued. We're going to be talking about important data. But specifically, Kelv, as we were coming here, right? Do you know that the data that you found that really blew my mind is the last person who is ready for interview? Because what does that mean, Kelv?
So the last person that is ready for interview means that anyone above that number will not be called.
Right.
Because that is the last person ready for interview. So if you are below that last person and your number falls between that last person, that means you need to also get your interview date of that last person. Because if that last person is ready, why are you in the less number and you don't have any interview dates?
Right. So the highest number, the highest case number, we're going to present the highest case number that has an interview scheduled for them. Do you know what that means? That highest case number, anybody below that highest case number who have filled their DS260, let's not forget about that. If you have not filled your DS260, you are not part of this game that we're about to play here. You're not, right, Kelv? You're not part of it.
You're not part.
You're not part. So you sit on the side for now.
Some for to double chewa mina make us say Ghana ma media some the Debbie Bram who person to kai eba America who person who call Canada eba school hosia dia to Kooturu global jina kwai so person who call Dubai eba ye juma and that from piano baby piano person who call piano Shusha Kooturu global ejina kwai eba na control na sa wo titia obi ti because where the music journey where say o this can send na no dey journey Kooturu global dey yentisa dey libi takazaka biala me to dago chewa ma jimejine mu no na tese ayade papa etisa wo hwamia no be na gu screen no so no pa na fra wo Kooturu global a wo mu yempuei wo mu du betu fa Kooturu global.
But the reason why we are raising this alarm is because, Kelvin, do you know why? It was just yesterday. Was it last 2 days ago or something like that, right?
Yes, kind of.
A lady came up to us, Kooturu Global. We are consultant, by the way. I'll introduce myself real quick. A lady came up to us and was like, oh, I've been sitting there waiting for my interview date. My case number is very low, but Accra is very slow. I said, no, lady, hold on. We have been all, beaten down on the Accra embassy that is slow. But this year, 2025, please, it's not that slow. It's really, really moving fast. There's a lot of cases being processed. So then I was like, no, there's an error somewhere or there is a mistake somewhere. So let me look into your case. I took her case number, and then at the end of the day, we figure out that she's been scheduled for an interview. Okay, very long time ago. Well, not that long, but she's been scheduled for an interview this month in March, but she didn't know because she was checking the wrong portal. And the reason why we are raising this alarm and we want to actually come and scream in your face is because how many people are checking the wrong portal? Kelvin, how many people are checking the wrong portal? Maybe they have an interview right now, but they don't know. So guess what? At the end of the video, I'm going to be showing you where to be checking for your interview date. So, Kel, do you know what was happening to the lady? She was checking the wrong portal the whole time. She was actually checking the AVIT's website, which is for non-immigrant scheduling and other things like that. It's not for immigrant visas. So she's totally screwed up, right? So this is why it's so important for you to actually lock in, subscribe to this YouTube channel, because if you're in Ghana, especially we're going to be focusing on Accra. Why? Because we have a lot of Accra clients states that we deal with, right? Ghana. So people in Ghana. So please, we're going to be bringing you the statistics, the cases, everything, right? So Kev, let's dive straight into it. What you got for me? Total cases.
Okay, so total cases right now in Accra is 452 total cases.
452 total
we
cases.
Have issued 52.
Now before we even go to so let's break down. When you say total cases, what do you mean?
Okay. So when I talk about total cases, this one comprises of people that have issued cases, people that have refused. We have two types of refuse. We'll talk about that. We have those who are also under administrative processing cases. Then we have those who are under ready cases. So all these people sums up to become the total cases.
Okay. So refuse, administrative, ready, and then issued, right?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. So a lot of people are very, very new on this channel, or they are new to this whole, terms that we are throwing at them. Issue, ready, blah, 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 right? We're not going to waste time and really, really go into details what it all means. But Elf, can you give very nice summary of each one of them and what it means?
Okay, so the issued, for example, is when you've gone for the interview and they have given you the acceptance for you to have the visa to come to the US.
Okay, so then, that is when it's issued.
Issued, yeah.
So if you see issued, whenever we talk about issued, it means people who have gone inside of the US Embassy in Accra, they have done their interview, and the consulate said, yes, your visa was approved. That's issued. Okay, what about ready?
Ready are those who have their data on the system ready to go for the interview.
Ready to go for the interview.
Go for the interview, yeah.
Meaning that you filled out your DS-260, and then it went to NVC. NVC then did what? Did approve your case and then sent it to your embassy, whatever embassy that you picked. So in this case, we are talking about Accra. So if you picked Accra, you see ACC, right?
Yeah.
So now, if it's ready, that means that your case is with the embassy and they have scheduled you for an interview.
Interview, yes.
Good.
Yes. For an interview.
Okay, thank you. Now, what about administrative
processing? The administrative processing is whereby your case is withhold. Sometimes they need to check a lot of things before they can say that this person should be refused or this person should be accepted or to have the issued.
Wow. You know what you're saying is so important, because there was one scenario that happened in the Kooturu Global Community. And if you're over here watching us, you don't know what a Kooturu Global Community is. It's a free community. People who want to travel, you can join. It's free. I'll post the link in the description. Now, there was one person in our community who came, who said they went to their DV lottery interview. And in front of them, there was a person who was going in line. And then there was some commotion. There was a little back and forth between the consulate and the person. And apparently the person was being refused, but they did not want to accept it because they thought it qualified. This happened in Italy. And I even actually have that, person on the Kooturu Global platform actually who testified to this because every Wednesday we have a show. So he was on the show and he was telling me this. So after the person in front of him, going to the interview, they had back and forth with the consulate. Then the consulate refused, and then the person was like freaked out, right? They're like, how can you refuse me? I brought my papers, I brought everything, right? Security got involved. Security got him out of the embassy.
Okay.
So, and then when he went home, went on the portal and checked, it didn't have anything. It said it had administrative processing. A few days later, they contacted him through email saying that we apologize, blah, 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 blah. There was a confusion here, come and get your visa. So this illustrates, I wanted to give you that illustration of when we talk about administrative process, this is what we are talking about. Somebody went into the embassy, maybe the person qualified, and the consulate, gave the person a chance to prove something. So maybe they told them to go and bring something, or maybe they couldn't make a decision right before them. So they had to, do something about it, right?
Yeah.
They had to, think about it, maybe take it to their supervisor and do other things like that, right? So that is the administrative process. Okay, Kelv. And then I think the last one, so that is the administrative process. And then the last one that we had was refuse. So when it's refused, what does it mean?
Refused means that actually you are not being accepted to have a visa to the US.
So you went to the embassy and the consulate told you no, you don't qualify.
Yeah, you don't qualify.
So that's refused. Wow.
Yeah.
So in all what you mentioned with the refused, administrative, issued, and ready, that is what is 452 in Accra right now.
Yes.
Now, please remember, if you're watching us, this data here is specifically for Accra, no other country. If you want us to do your country, maybe you can put it below. If you want us to give you this kind of breakdown for your country, maybe, the most country that comment under this video, we can do that breakdown for you, okay? Now, we're going to be bringing this content every week. So remember, if your country win, we will add your country into the data. Okay, now let's go, Kelv.
Yeah, so now that we have this, let's break it down. Now,
Okay.
the issued cases are 98.
In
those
Accra.
Who have gone, yes, those who have gone
And
for
gotten their visa.
Their visa, yeah, they are 98. Then out of this 98 comes whereby they have refused cases of 34. So as at now, people that have been refused of their visa is 34. Then we also have those who are refused, but this one will be under the administrative process, just because maybe there were some misunderstanding in the documents, or the documents does not have proper qualifications and other stuff to make it. So these people, this 221 that you see here is a law in the US immigration process. So those people, they are 26. Those who are refused under the law are 26. Then we have the administrative process, which is 14. So these people are under administrative process. And then, as I said, the ready cases are 280. Those who are under the 180.
And 80 people are scheduled for an interview. And Kel, do you have some low numbers that you know that this person, their interview has passed, but it still says ready? I think we can determine that very, very quickly. And do you know why we can determine that? Let me look at your face. So as we say this, we are going to mention some numbers to you. And if your number is below that, that means you miss your interview. Just know that for a fact, because we know. Why? We have clients, right? For you to actually have this data, you need to know people or have client cases that you've dealt with personally. We have dealt with cases such as 600. So anywhere below 600. If you are still anywhere below 600, you have not gone for an interview. Your interview has passed. Currently, as you watch this video, just know that it's a fact. Unless, so as I'm saying, the cases that Kelvin mentioned to you, now we are going to go cases by cases. I'm not saying we're going to mention all the numbers, but we are going to tell you whether your interview has passed or it has not passed. Okay? And that's what I'm saying. We know this data because we deal with clients. We help DV lottery winners. We're giving you a deep dive today. If your case number is anywhere below 500, you have filled your DS260, and you filled your DS260 before this year, your interview has passed. Actually, there are a couple of interviews that, that have been had, because imagine all that 70 something people issued, and
that is 98 people issued.
98 cases issued. And then how much is the refuse?
The refuse are 34, but we have 2 refuses. But actual refuse is 34.
34. Okay. So you add 34 to 98, you are way past 100 and something. That's how many people that have gone inside the embassy so far. Okay. So if you're watching us and your case is ready, there's going to be a lot of interviews coming. About 200 and how many, Kel?
We have 280 ready cases.
280 ready cases as I speak right now. I actually, personally, as I'm speaking to you right now, because we are a consultant, we help people who win DV lottery make sure that they go in and they present their case well and get their visa. We actually have someone going for their interview on April 30th. Eh? Yeah. There are some people who are scheduled for April 30th. If you're watching me, you know yourself. There are people who are scheduled for April 30th. They'll be going in for their interview, right? So, Kelvin,
yes,
what is the highest ready case number?
The highest ready case number is 29,829.
29,000. If your case number is below 29,000, you did your DS260 about 3-4 months ago, or maybe 2 months ago. You're supposed to have an interview date in your hands right now. Please, if you do not have an interview date, you are probably checking the wrong portal for your interview. You probably go ahead, Kel.
Based on the data that we have right now, those who had the number that we mentioned right now got the interview date on 14th February 2025. So if it's 2 months, that means he or she needs to be there in April for the interview.
Yes, because normally interviews, they give you about 2 months, almost 2 months, right, Kel? Looking at the dates.
Yeah, 2 months. Yeah.
They give you about 2 months to prepare yourself, because they understand you have to do medicals, you have to do police reports here and there and here and there. Remember Emmanuel's case, how we we got him ready and all set up, and Andrew and right. Yeah. So they always give you 2 months, right? So at least if you are below 29,000, you did your DS260. The reason why I keep saying you did your DS260, it's important because someone might be even at like maybe 1,000 or 1,200 or 5,000, but they have not completed their DS260. You are not part. Okay, that means that a lot of numbers has skipped ahead of you. So now if you go and you apply for your DS260, you will probably be added to the next batch of interviews that comes ahead of the people who are already scheduled now. Okay, so Kelv, 29,000 is our highest case number, which their interview date was sent to them on February 14th, right? You said?
Yeah, the highest was February 14th, 2025.
February 14th, 2025. So this data that we are releasing here, we actually know, as we presented the data, all the case numbers that had been issued a visa, we already know them, right, Kelv? of?
Yeah, we already know all those people.
Right. We already
there are
know.
a lot of people in the February range. There are a lot of people in the February range. So that means those people are going to have their interviews in April. But they can also have it early March if everything goes on fast. Yeah.
Right. So given if your interview is around 20,000, they're going all the way to 29,000 or be below 30,000. Let's put it that way. 20,000 to 30,000. Yeah. Talking about AF in Africa, in Accra specifically, that we are dealing with. Your number, expect an interview by next month, April. If you're not prepared, and this is what is important. This is the reason why we're bringing you this data. This data, we are going to be bringing it every single week. My man Kelvin here is going to chew the numbers, cram the numbers, digest the numbers, and present it here to you. Because there's a lot of people who go on DV chat websites that, you know, the data there just is too much for them. They are not able to figure out exactly what's going on. So we bring it, we digest it in a way that you are going to easily understand. So if you are here, you know you got your interview coming up in April, maybe latter part of April. You have your interview coming up, maybe May as well. You don't know what to do. You don't know what document you're taking. You don't know the interview questions that you'll be asked. That is what we are here for. Kooturu Global. That's what Kooturu Global is here for. Our mission is very, very simple. Kelvin, how many people do we want to help?
20,000 people.
20,000 people. Everyone know this number. I'm sure if you've been watching us for some time now, you know this number. We are trying to help 20,000 people travel to the country of their dream. So if you're here, you need help with the DV lottery, you're a winner, come. You'll find our number in the description. And if you're watching us from TikTok, in the TikTok bio somewhere, be alert. It's not free. We're giving you all that free information here. And please, another thing, I promised you that I was going to share this data with you. AVITS, right? Is that what it's called? AVITS.
Yeah, AVITS. Yeah.
AVITS, it's a non-immigrant visa portal scheduling platform. Yeah. Okay. People, you know, it's not for immigrant, it's not an immigrant platform. So if you are going to be given a date for your DV lottery, I'm sharing the secret with you. The date is going to come under where you went and confirmed that you were selected for the DV lottery. Do you remember the DV lottery website? Let me give it to you right now. You are going to go to the electronic diversity visa website. Okay, that is where you are going to get your appointment date from. I'm gonna give you the URL: dvprogram.state.gov. Yeah. You're probably asking me, oh, but that's where I check whether I won or not. Yeah, well, guess what? That's where your interview date is going to be. Go on that website, put in your confirmation, put in your name, put in the last year, the year that you were born, put in the authentication code, and then check status. Once you check the status, you're gonna have the letter that says you've won, you've been selected. If you scroll down, that's where your interview date is going to be. Stop checking the AVITS. That's not the official place. When you go to the AVITS, it's gonna tell you pending, and you might be thinking, oh, I'm still waiting for my interview date. That's a lot of people are making that mistake, and that's why a lot of Accra, it says ready, but we're not hearing anything because people are missing it. They are missing it, right? They are missing it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Kelvin, thank you so much, man, for bringing this beautiful data to us. Kelvin is going to be here every week. He's going to be presenting because this data is being updated every single week. We are focused on Accra. If you are watching us, you want another country to be added, just put it in the comment section, or maybe TikTok, put it in the comment section. We'll vote. The country with the highest, we'll add it to the Accra. All right? Africa, baby. Let's go. Go get that visa. All right? Peace out.
Sonfo tutu dagu chewa mi na me kase Ghana ma me dia sam da bi bramo o pese ntukai e ba America o pese wo ko Canada e be school ko sua dia so Kooturu global chira kwai so o pese wo ko Dubai e ko ye aduma ana pro bia na baby bia na pese wo ko bia no so Kooturu global e chira kwai e pa na control na sa wo titia obi ti kase we de mi sika dwane we se wo di sika ni sende na no de dwane Kooturu global de ye ntisa ye libi takazaka biala me tutu dagu chewa ma jimejine mu no na tse se eya de papa eti se wo hwamia number na gu screen no so no pa na fra wo Kooturu global a wo ye buei wo mo du betu fa
Kooturu global every